Alexa says, "Hi, Kyle. I feel like I limit my good and don't know how to release the pattern. Anytime I'm getting ahead." Okay, so check this out. Ahead is an egoic concept. You're more about a circumstance getting farther than now, right? That's already a reason. That's already a reason for the rest of your question, right? It says something always seems to happen that sets me back. Right, because you think there is an ahead. And you think that ahead is based on external circumstances. I'm going to tell you guys something really interesting. I remember one time I was on ayahuasca, and while I was on the ayahuasca, I was asking it what I should do about circumstances. And it never gave me an answer. It didn't care. Like if I was like, should I tell this person about this thing, or should I do this thing or whatever, it would just stop talking to me. It did not care. It did not care what I did on the external, right? So if I'm like, should I put out this video today? Should I, whatever, the higher you doesn't care about that, right? So if you marry that person or not, if you say yes to the job or not, there's a level where you keep going inward and it goes, I don't care about that. That's just a byproduct of your connection to here. I want you to worry about here. And it would go, I want you to take over, and I want you to let me take over about this thing that isn't circumstantial. It goes, I just want you to stop screwing with the outside and let me take over here. Just follow me. It was like a hand was on my head. I don't know if I told you guys, a hand was on my head, shaking my head yes and no. And I would be like, are you just telling me you want me to just watch? I would ask a question, it would just go like, no. And I would be like, do you just want me to watch? It goes, and it would just take over and show me the whole thing, right? So one of the challenges you have, Alexa, is that you are already so connected to the now that when you're already going, am I ahead? It doesn't matter. It's that there is no ahead, right? So life is going, you're making a bigger deal out of the outside than here. So we're going to sabotage here. And life will, there is no such thing as ahead, right? I want you to just take that in, Alexa. Say that to yourself. There's no such thing as ahead. Whenever I get ahead of what? Your first egoic goal? Like you have an egoic goal of 10,000 and then you get to 20,000? Right? Yeah, but it's just ahead of your plan. It's just ahead of your expectation. But you don't feel worthy of that because you're not connected to here. You're connected to, I'm so unworthy that this a major thing happened. So you have to sabotage it to get yourself back to the now, right? It's kind of the same energy as, do I pay off the debt and work harder? It's like, this isn't about that. This is about your connection to your soul, and life will do the external with you. Like you'll do the external, but from a new frequency, right? The next part says, I know I need to believe that I'm someone who has, is, does these things. Wait, I know I need to. Why? I know I need to believe that I'm someone. If you're talking that I'm saying that, there's so many rules here. I know that I need to believe that I'm someone who has, is, and does these things. But how do I keep that momentum when these things set me back in areas I felt I was doing well in? And it's not just money, it's anything I'm working to be. I struggle staying in the now because I'm stuck in the what and how all the time with the responsibilities and survival. What if you left survival? What if you went to now? Right? What if you went to now and not survival? What if you're trying to leave survival? Alexa, you're on the absolutely everything pass and you're still working from survival. That gap must be really painful, right? And I don't mean the money's at survival. I mean your energies fighting for survival, right? I'm stuck in the what and how all the time with the responsibilities and survival. If you're in what or how, right, as a fix to how do I not go broke? How do I whatever? You're in a survival vibration of thinking, but you're here. Like people that are really in survival wouldn't. And see, Alexa says, and I know better. Right. So that must be painful as hell because you're thinking on an old frequency, but your body's in a new frequency. I want you to match your thinking to the frequency that you know. Alexa says, and I know better. All of your job is to match your actions to what you really know. See, that's our biggest problem. I know that's what's happening for all of us, right? This group of people is going to get out of this year. This thing where there's a level that you know in your heart is true. We talked about this last week when we had a question where the person said, finally, after we went back and forth for a while, I know in my heart of hearts that I'm loved. But they were fighting for a second tier of thinking. So they were ignoring that in their heart and hearts they're loved, and they were not moving in accordance with that knowing. They were moving in accordance with survival, while deep down they knew they were loved. And my offer to everyone here is you got to ask yourself, what do I know? And what you do usually is you ignore what you know, and instead you kind of go with where society is, or the best teaching you had that you went through already a while ago. What do I know for real right now? Really, really, really be with that for a second. And how do I need to move truly? Right? How do I need to move truly with that truth? So Alexa said, I know better. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know at any level. Like what Alexa is true? Because you'll notice that what you know is not the same frequency as this question. In fact, a pattern asked that question, not Alexa. Alexa did not ask that question. A pattern did. Right? And everyone, you guys have this opportunity to move with what you know and stop honoring the movements of the old survival world while you have a knowing that you're unconditionally loved, that you're nothing but abundance, that there is a way that you know is true. And usually we live about 2 tiers down from that and keep our older greatest hits going. like our old breakthroughs are what are doing the work, and it's trying to give you a new one now. Alexa beautifully says, I know a connection with my true self, and I'm blatantly aware of these patterns, but I still fight to stop living according to them. Take that even higher. Watch this. Let's take that out. See, you're still honoring your past. What do you know right now? Did you get what I'm saying? That started perfect. And then it dipped, right? Because you went to what you knew. You went from what you know to what you knew, right? I know a connection with my true self, and I'm blatantly aware of these patterns. That's what you know, okay? What you knew is, but I still fight to fully stop. That was in the past, right? In fact, right here, you just chose to fight again. Don't give it any power. Do you see this? No, Alexa, that's not your challenge. That's your choice. Do you get the difference? You're not stuck in that past pattern. You just chose it again this second. Everyone getting this? This is the big one. Alexa, you're not stuck in that past. You just chose it again this second. Did everyone get that? Take that in. She just got it. Wow. Okay. Everyone hear that? You're not stuck in any pattern. You just chose it again this second. When you say, yeah, but I have this pattern, you just chose it again. You have a fresh start every second, right? The brain, and someone just said, well, it just went to host and panel, said the brain wired to go back. No, it didn't. You chose the brain that wired to go back. Choose the now, right? You just chose the pattern again. You're not stuck in any pattern. Every second is a new choice with your relationships. Every second is a new choice with your health. Every second is a new choice. Like, I could literally be like, I have this habit of eating pizza, and then sound defeated, like I have to keep eating pizza. Or even if I ate pizza every moment for my entire past, say, yeah, I choose green juice. I choose fasting. I choose healthy. I choose supplements, whatever. Like, I don't have to keep honoring that, even if it was a second ago, that past has any truth in it. Christina says, is wanting a relationship being stuck in a pattern? Well, in a way, I'm going to say that it's okay to desire a relationship, but often it does come from, if it's in pain, I just want you to know you can also let go of wanting it, release it. The Sedona method will help with that, actually, specifically. And then you'll just notice that your want is in the way of it coming to you, right? If you want something, you're not ready for it. This is a big thing I've talked about a lot. But when you want something, it's a lot different than I have, right? I want a lot of money has this constant future that never arrives. I have a lot of money is very different. Even if your bank account says zero this second, I have a lot of money, and we stop trying to be so stuck in what's physically true based on the old thing that we kept honoring and being in a loop. Alexa, tell me what you know is true. Tell me what you know is true. See, Alexa, you're connected to it. And all I got to do is just go, hey, no, you're even connected to that. Do you see that? Everyone, this could be huge for you tonight. You could make a new choice tonight. You could make a new sentence tonight. You could make a new life tonight, right? You could. Don't honor what you keep dealing with as true. Feel what you need to feel. But when you go to that next truth, the other one will just be cried out eventually, and you'll feel through the patterns. But how you move is different. You could make a new choice. So Tammy says, why is it, watch, I'll do this again. Everyone will get this, I think. Why is it so hard to choose against the pattern? Because you believe it is. It isn't. Just say it isn't, right? That was a pattern that said that. You have a lot of evidence with less awareness than this moment that says that it's so hard to choose against the pattern based on past evidence. But this second, I'm giving you a higher awareness for you to go, it's not. You just believe it is. That's the only problem. The next part says, I recognize it's a choice, but fail to choose differently sometimes. You did. You knew that. What do you know now? Are you feeling it? Are you feeling that? You did. Stop honoring your struggle. I can just see that I want love for my problem. My mom was with me with my problem. My ex was always there with my problem. I can just see I get love for, stop fighting for that. Yes. So Alexa, I bet you answered this, and I was on a little tangent there. Alexa says, I know that these things are a choice, regardless of what my ego tries to scream at me. Now, Alexa's grabbing her power right now, right? I know they're a choice. Now, what if we even take out, Alexa, I'm going to even knock it up once more. What if we just, I know they're a choice, and we just take out the second part, right? We're still honoring that it's screaming at you, and it's screaming now because you're actually discovering your power through awareness, not effort. That was through awareness, not effort. It's a choice. Do you feel that? Feel that. Now, what would be a choice that would be a new choice this second that the ego wouldn't make, but the true you would make? This will end your past. Do you understand this? Right? Do you feel that, Alexa? What would be a choice tonight? Every one of you, I'm going to ask you that. What would be a new choice that the true you would make in this moment that your ego wouldn't make, right? Join me in that right now. What would be a choice that the true you would make in this moment? Let's birth a new life this second. Every second, the universe is like shaking your Etch-a-Sketch out and giving you a blank screen, and then you keep drawing your old thing. Not tonight, right? Look at that. Not have ice cream. No more numbing with chocolate. Eat a grapefruit. It's all food. I love it. No TV before bed. Yes. Go a night with no TV. If you went every night with TV before bed, go a night without it. The higher you will just go through some sadness because the ego lost. The ego is going to be screaming. That's fine. It'll die out because the higher you made the choice, right? You in this second can make an amazing choice with awareness now. Right? Choose to stop listening to the limitations. Yes. And what do you listen to instead, Alexa? Everyone, right now, you could make a choice. This is huge. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it? Alexa, your heart already sees the choice. All I'm doing is pointing out that it's there. You do not have to honor the limitations. It's a new choice every second. Just choose them. And when you go, but when a person goes, why is it so hard to do? That's not true. It's been hard to do with less awareness. You have new awareness, honor it. You feel that? Right? Is everyone feeling what I'm saying? What is a new choice right this second that your highest wants that you've probably never made before? Because in the past you keep saying, boy, it's sure hard to make it. Feeling it harder than sex, Alexa says. So that's awesome. That's a great level to feel it. And unless you've had just horrible sex, and it's like just up a notch from that. But are you getting this? This is a big day. Just choose it. It's a new second right now. Choose it. Watch the ego get louder. Like when the lady says Rumpelstiltskin, and he's like, no. Right? Awareness beats effort. It's a choice. It's a choice. And the ego will scream a little bit. Right? Hervé Villechaize played Rumpelstiltskin on Fairy Tale Theater. He's the plane boss on Fantasy Island. Right? Just letting you know. Fairy Tale Theater. Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. And welcome to Fairy Tale Theater. I don't know if anyone ever saw that, but it's my favorite show, and it was horrifying. Okay. Alexa, how are you doing? Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling free? Are you okay with a little bit of loneliness that the ego is going to have? Because it doesn't have the familiarity of all of, she says, freaking fantastic. Awesome. Alexa, play Billy Joel. Everyone's house just lit up.